Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller, and welcome back to another one of my yearly recap videos. As has become a bit of a tradition, I like to discuss my plans for the upcoming year, and in order to do so, I feel that it is important to analyze the past and the present. In this case, I shall be discussing what my channel was like in 2017, and I shall compare it to previous years in order to better understand what I should and should not do going forward. This video will be an overall review of my life and channel status in 2017, and I shall discuss what types of videos you can expect from me in the future. Also, I normally create anniversary videos on my channel, and these are also reflective videos in which I discuss videos that I shall be making going forward. But since my channel's anniversary was during the time of E3, and since it was taking longer and longer for me to complete that video, I figured I'd just compile my thoughts from my anniversary video into this one. So this will be some sort of combined thought process video analysis. The point is, I'm going to discuss my videos from the past, I'm going to discuss how my videos are in the present, and I'm going to discuss what I want to do for the future. Before I begin getting into the details, let me state this. 2017 was one of the best and one of my worst years as a content creator. Plenty of amazing moments occurred for me in 2017, but it was also one of my least successful years on YouTube. In order to better analyze this, let's wind the clock all the way back to 2016. Throughout 2016, I had stated that my motto is consistency, persistency, simplicity, and I still stand by it. When I say this, I strongly believe that in order to become a successful content creator, one must interpret and stand by these characteristics. In the way that I interpret it, I say that one must be consistent with uploads, persistent to improve, and simplistic with goals. In my case, I tried to upload a video every single day for consistency, and I tried to improve my editing knowledge in order to make videos with better longevity and rewatchability for persistency. And at the beginning of the year, I set some simple goals, such as reaching a set amount of subscribers. Once 2016 concluded and 2017 began, I made a video detailing everything, and I pointed out that I did not reach my goals at the end of the year. However, even though I didn't reach my goals, there were still some other good things that happened that allowed me to further my career and allowed me to obtain goals that I did not specify within that video. Toward the end of 2016, I began working for ThatOneVideoGamer, which is on its way to reaching 1 million subscribers. I came into good contact with Nintendo, and I had made all sorts of other connections with all sorts of other influencers and content creators. But 2016 was also not a perfect year for me. There was a big gap where I felt extremely unmotivated to make videos, and at the time, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I tried to create more thorough videos and walkthroughs, such as with Bomberman 64 The Second Attack and with the Pikmin franchise. I updated the layouts and quality in some of my other videos, such as my Smash 3DS videos and in my Whatever Wednesday videos, and I worked on videos like Pokemon Madou, where each video had a unique editing style that was pretty editing intensive, and even the update videos that I made throughout the year had some visual flair to them. When compared to my videos from, say, 2014 and older, I'd say that there's definitely been some improvement on the editing side of things. I tried to hold certain themes in some games so that some videos would stand out more. For instance, I held hide-and-seek sessions in Splatoon, and I recorded all sorts of quirky scenarios in Super Smash Bros. In fact, it became more common for me to tell stories at the beginning of my videos, and these stories would discuss how some of my videos would come into existence. So, structurally, I'd once again say that my videos have seen improvement when compared to the videos that I uploaded years ago. But that's all in the past at this point. That was 2016. What about 2017? Well, let's quickly recap each thing that happened to me this year. And after I recap everything, I shall go back and discuss any further details that are necessary. So, whether they be good or bad, let's discuss all the major events that have happened to me this year. As the year kicked off, I was mainly finishing up things that I had started back in 2016. Namely, I was working on my walkthroughs for Shantae Half Genie Hero and Pikmin 3, and I was still regularly uploading Mario Kart 8, Pokemon Madou, Splatoon, and Super Smash Bros. Well, kinda with Super Smash Bros. I still tried to maintain a consistent upload schedule of posting something new every day, but that quickly started to fall apart after about 2 or 3 weeks. Regardless, I was still able to get videos out pretty regularly at the same quality that I was producing back toward the end of 2016. That was only for more simple and basic videos. Specifically for Pokemon Madou, I tried to work really hard on this series. On the one hand, because only one other player was required for me in order to record a video for the series, in contrast to something like Splatoon where I usually required 7 players, it wasn't too difficult to record videos for the series. On the other hand, because there was quite a bit of editing involved with each video, and because I wanted to refrain from having too many duplicate matches or matches of the same style, the series switched back and forth between me having a lot of attention and having a lot of my focus on it, and having little to no focus on it. But as time went on, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon were updated to allow Pokemon from the Pokemon Bank app to be transferred to them from previous Pokemon games. So when that happened, I was able to utilize all sorts of Pokemon, and so I uploaded a fair chunk of matches in order to stall into another notable walkthrough. It was also around this time that Nintendo began marketing their big product that would influence the videos of many YouTubers, including myself, the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo even generously invited me to all sorts of events, such as one that was at a random location in Southern California, and one that was an escape room type event, and another where I got to play all of their upcoming games in a cozy studio, and they even gave me free popcorn. So I made vlogs of these experiences, and I even got direct capture footage for games like Splatoon 2. Suffice to say, Nintendo definitely got me interested in the Nintendo Switch, and their fun events got me energized to create all sorts of videos for the platform. With the Nintendo Switch only coming out 2 months after its initial presentation in January, I quickly wrapped up my walkthroughs for Shantae and Pikmin, and I purchased a Nintendo Switch as soon as it was available. I also suddenly decided that I would make walkthroughs for 2 of their launch games, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Super Bomberman R. I started to include art on each of my thumbnails, and specifically for Breath of the Wild, I put text on the thumbnail so that players who were looking at specific portions of the game would be able to find the video that they were looking for with relative ease. Super Bomberman R kinda got sidelined because of some inconveniences in the game, so I put a lot of my focus on Breath of the Wild. And just after I began making Nintendo Switch videos, I attended PAX East in Boston, Massachusetts. I have yet to attend a PAX event that I did not enjoy, and this one was no exception. It was a blast, and I got to meet all sorts of amazing people. And once I returned home from Boston, I went back to the video grind. I tried to continue getting new videos out every day, and I even tried to resume uploading Whatever Wednesday videos again. Beyond that, I also tried to record other Nintendo events, such as the Splatoon 2 Global Test Fire. And with other major Nintendo games on the horizon, I knew that I'd have to prepare for these games to become a major focus on my channel. And that meant having to wrap up some of my other video series. I knew that series such as Mario Kart 8 Random Rapid Races and Splatoon Ink It Up weren't going to last forever, and since I knew when they would approximately end, I wanted to make sure that I ended them in a reasonable and comforting fashion. The last thing I wanted to do was just have some random episode be an abrupt ending to each series. So, I recorded a final few sessions for each series, and each series ended with a recap video discussing the importance of each series on my channel. Replacing Mario Kart 8 Random Rapid Races was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Rapid Races, and replacing Splatoon Ink It Up was Splatoon 2 Ink It Up. I uploaded videos of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 2 once I got the games in my hands, courtesy of Nintendo of America. There was a bit of an early access period where I was able to play with other players who had also gotten the game early, and those times were awesome. When that happened, I met all sorts of other awesome content creators and influencers who were also under Nintendo's embargo rules. But the biggest struggle during this time was that I was trying to do things in an order that felt natural to me, rather than just rushing to what the hottest trend was. I could have just done what most people would have done, which is recording a bunch of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe videos and flooding the subscription boxes of other users, but I wanted to wrap up my Mario Kart 8 Wii U series first. I could have done the same thing with Splatoon 2, but I wanted to wrap up Splatoon 1 first. But the point is, I was juggling a few different tasks all at once. I was trying to get a new video out every day, which consisted of Breath of the Wild videos that could sometimes be an hour long. I was wrapping up my Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon series. I was preparing for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 2, which meant that I also had to edit the finale videos of each previous series. I was still trying to work on Pokemon Baton, all the while working many hours at ThatOneVideoGamer. And sometimes there'd still be a Whatever Wednesday video here or there, and it was definitely a lot, but I wanted to try and do it all. I was able to record all sorts of diverse content, and that had some pros to it because I could work on whatever project at different times, so I wasn't always stuck working on the same types of videos over and over. But woo, it definitely slowed me down when trying to do all of this. I didn't want to just rush out videos for the sake of being first. I wanted some of my videos to have some, well, heart to them. With regards to recording games for multiplayer videos, whether they be Wii U games or Switch games, it became increasingly difficult to find groups for friend rooms. Sure, I did a session or two with friends, but it was hard for all of us to find time to play the same game at the same time. This became more evident as I had been working more and more at ThatOneVideoGamer. So as a result, I was spending less and less time at home, and therefore I had fewer opportunities to set recording times. As a result, I emphasized recording videos where I could play by myself, and my recording schedule just went all over the place. Videos were uploaded whenever I could upload them. Breath of the Wild videos were technically easy to edit because I wasn't putting as much effort into them as I was hoping I would. So I would usually just sit down, play for an hour, edit out boring parts, and upload the finished result. And because it would sometimes take hours to record just one Breath of the Wild video, I often devoted a lot of my time to that and had even less time to record multiplayer videos. If I had the opportunity to upload something like a Pokemon Baton match or something like an ARMS preview video, then I did. but otherwise, I definitely broke out of any sort of consistency that I previously established. And on top of that, I participated in a 24-hour Pokemon challenge with Marriland, Sephazon, and Chuggaaconroy. Now, this was definitely a highlight of my year, as it's always a blast to hang out with these guys, and it was a lot of fun. Of course, because I had used my time to participate in this challenge, that's time I took away from working on my own videos, which was already becoming increasingly minimal to begin with. But to me, this type of thing was worth it, because this opportunity was more important to me than just trying to get a daily video out for a couple of days. This event made me realize that I didn't have a whole lot of free time anymore, and that the free time that I used to work on my own stuff was, well, not extremely beneficial. I still wanted to work on my own videos, I still wanted to be somebody, I still wanted to be a content creator, but I had learned that it was more important to take advantage of opportunities to do projects with other people, to work at ThatOneVideoGamer, to work on collaborative projects that come once in a lifetime. These were more important than sticking to my daily upload schedule. I should live in the moment rather than worry about my consistent uploads. Of course, this would come back to bite me a little later, but I wanted to make a mark of this experience for later in the video. And speaking of experiences, the next major one was June of 2017, as E3 had rolled around. Now, I always go to E3, and I try to have guests over at my place in order to make life easier for them. So in this case, I had 3 guests: Carl C. Bernardo, Kale's channel, and Sephazon. E3 2017 was definitely a blast, but once again, the free time that I technically had was being used to make sure that I could cater to guests. So, naturally, it was a bit stressful at times, but overall, E3 2017 was a wonderful experience. I mean, I can't really complain too much. I got to hang out with some of the people that I met back at PAX East, and I even got a tour at Nintendo's VIP area after winning an ARMS shirt. Anyway, E3 ended, and so it was back to the video grind. And once again, I emphasized uploading Breath of the Wild videos the most because they were sloppily edited and I just uploaded them when they were done. I had recorded a few Whatever Wednesday videos while I had guests over for E3, but once I exhausted all of those, it was just in time for Splatoon 2 to be released, so I put my Breath of the Wild walkthrough on pause so I could focus on Splatoon 2 while it was still fresh, pun partially intended. And just as I got Splatoon 2, Nintendo invited me to their San Diego Comic-Con preview night, so I went there to play games such as Super Mario Odyssey and Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions. And the unfortunate part was that I got stuck in traffic on the way there. It was a 3-hour drive. I left early and I still arrived late. I mean, look, I am definitely not complaining about the San Diego Comic-Con preview night. That was a lot of fun. But again, I was just becoming so exhausted from all the driving and traveling, and so I was just rushing videos out. I was determined to finish Splatoon 2 single player, even though at this point, because I was so busy traveling and working at, well, work, everyone else had uploaded those Splatoon 2 walkthroughs already. But I wanted to finish what I started. And then I went on a family vacation, so I was away from making videos for about a week or so. And once I returned, I had to get back into making my Splatoon 1 finale video. And then I went back into uploading the rest of Splatoon 2 single player. But at that point, my viewership had severely diminished. Because I was so infrequent, because my video quality wasn't as great as I wanted it to be, and because I was just doing things that other people had already done way before me, my viewership collapsed. And some of the struggles that I had in the past were still present. It was still difficult for me to find times where I could have enough players join a friend room, and I was still struggling to find any spare time at all to work on my own content. So, once again, my uploads were all over the place. But I still wanted to finish Splatoon 2 single player. I still wanted to finish Breath of the Wild. I still wanted to upload videos of Pokemon Bata and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Rapid Races. I still wanted to do it all. So I tried to do it all. I tried to pad things out in order to make myself look more consistent. So I'd still only upload 1 video a day, but these videos weren't really editing intensive or fancy to make. Like I said, they would just be something like a 6-minute video of Splatoon 2 single player or an hour of Breath of the Wild content. So, it really is no surprise as to why these videos didn't get that many views. I wasn't too satisfied with them, and apparently neither were my fans. Regardless, I finished Splatoon 2 single player, and I began uploading videos in the multiplayer modes, often with me recording by myself instead of having an emphasis on friend rooms like I did in Splatoon 1. Sure, I did record a few friend room sessions in Splatoon 2 here or there, and they were fun, but I decided to emphasize sessions in which I played new maps and modes for the first time by myself, instead of playing them in a friend room. That way, while a new map or a new mode was still fresh to everyone, I could record my initial reaction and experience to it, and then I could go and play it in a friend room on another time. And I tried to once again upload Whatever Wednesday videos, and I even managed to record and upload an annual Monopoly session that I usually do. Because my walkthrough for Splatoon 2 single player eventually came to a close, I shifted gears back to Breath of the Wild, and yet again, my schedule had kinda been all over the place. For a short bit, I tried to maintain my schedule of walkthroughs on the weekdays and online matches on the weekends, but after my schedule just kind of went all over the place, my videos didn't really line up with what I had originally intended. But because my time was still just a bit restricted, I just continued to upload videos as I had them ready. And I'm still trying to get back into the scheduling groove, and I'm still trying to get daily videos out again. But I guess that I'm just unsure as to how long I'll be able to keep it up. My life's not getting any less busy, and I guess that's a good thing. But if I'm trying to make daily videos, I guess we'll just have to see where things play out. But going back to recapping 2017, let's jump to October. On my birthday, October 10th, Nintendo invited me to an event at Universal City Walk in order to play more of Super Mario Odyssey, and it was a fun time. I also decided that I would not do a walkthrough of Super Mario Odyssey as soon as it was released, as I didn't want to have another Splatoon 2 problem, and I was still trying to complete Breath of the Wild. I guess that it kind of worked out that I didn't plan to record this game as soon as it came out, as Nintendo changed their brand ambassador rules and restricted their review shipments of games. November came along and I moved to a new location, and I made an update video discussing how unhealthy my lifestyle was becoming. I was driving too much, I wasn't getting enough sleep, I was working on too many projects, and so, ideally, because I've moved closer to ThatOneVideoGamer, I should have more time to work on my own videos, right? But for now, I figured that I had moved out. I figured that this was an investment. It was time for me to become more serious about my career as a video editor, and hopefully one day, as a video game designer. I still tried to get back into daily uploads for my own channel, and I still was, and am, a busy editor at ThatOneVideoGamer. Either way, after having a few more videos uploaded to my channel at an inconsistent rate, here I am now. I'm still working on my Breath of the Wild walkthrough. I'm still trying to get videos back on their regularly scheduled upload days, and I'm still trying to record friend rooms and games like Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart. But it's also worth noting that I'm still trying to work on some larger projects in the background too. And speaking of larger projects, I haven't even discussed the type of work that I've been doing for ThatOneVideoGamer. I've edited a fair share of their Let's Play videos for Super Beard Bros, but my main focus in recent times has been to edit the top 10 videos and the Defend It videos. And I'll edit sections of The Completionist from time to time. These are more editing intensive and or time consuming videos, and since this is my job now, I've naturally shifted focus and priority to these videos. But I guess that, in some ways, it's working out. I get to work on larger scale videos, I get to work on editing intensive videos, and I get to do it for a company that gets all sorts of views. And then in my own time, I get to work on smaller, simpler videos. So my itch to work on something more massive or editing intensive is being scratched. It's just not for my own channel. It's been fun to work there, when it hasn't been stressful anyway, and I've learned all sorts of stuff, from editing shortcuts to tidbits about the industry. At this point of the video, I'd like to compare and contrast my video statistics from this year to my previous years. Afterward, I shall assess the goals that I set in my previous videos to see how I did as a content creator in 2017. So let's take a look. I'm currently resting at about 87,000 subscribers, 107 million total upload views, and 7,350 Twitter followers. When 2016 ended, I was at about 82,000 subscribers, 102 million total upload views, and 6,400 Twitter followers. So, the overall amount of views that I received this year were approximately 5.7 million. This year, I gained about 5,600 subscribers, and I gained approximately 950 Twitter followers. These statistics are not that great. I mean, it's nice to see the numbers go up in general, but the numbers are nowhere nearly as good as these statistics in previous years. I also set 5 goals toward the end of the video. The first goal was to reach 100,000 subscribers. Short and simple, I did not do that. It's a bit of a shame, as this was also a goal that I hoped to achieve back in 2016, and once again, I have failed. The second goal was to reach 8,000 Twitter followers. Once more, I have failed. And with myself only needing 1,600 Twitter followers in order to reach this goal this year from the previous year, I was only about halfway there. Of the 365 days of the year, I uploaded 230 videos to my channel. And if update videos and gameplay preview videos are also counted, then it's safe to estimate an additional 10 videos that were uploaded to my channel, bringing my total amount of uploads this year to 240 videos. Although, 240 out of 365 is only about a 65% upload rate. And I acknowledge that on a couple of these days, there were multiple videos uploaded on the same day. So my goal of trying to get a new video every single day was not met either. Working full-time for another video editing company will do that. The fourth goal was that I wanted to continue working for ThatOneVideoGamer in order to further my career and one day become closer to making my own video game. Well, yeah, I still work for ThatOneVideoGamer, so that much is great. But would I say that I'm closer to my goal of making a game? I don't think so. Either way, I do work for ThatOneVideoGamer, so this goal was technically still met, but these thoughts that I was providing are more so connected to the next goal that I set. The fifth and final goal that I specified in my previous video was that I wanted to figure everything out. I wanted to see if I could regain viewership on my channel. I wanted to see if I could experience some new opportunities. And, well, as evidenced by my analytics, my viewership actually got worse. And although I've attended events such as PAX East and E3, I feel as though the name Yoshiller has become more and more lost. I mean, people may still recognize the username from time to time, but I still see comments on other videos that say things like, "Oh hey, I remember Yoshiller," or "Yoshiller, that's a name I haven't heard in a while." I don't know, YouTube's been recently conditioning viewers and creators into watching and creating specific types of content. Most people don't want to watch hour-long Zelda videos, and most people don't want to have to click buttons on a video in order to watch it in a certain way, like with Pokemon. I mean, it'd be easy to just blame YouTube for these things, but ultimately, I realize that I'm the problem. And so, I'm stuck at a crossroad. People like watching videos because of me and the way that I do things. I could try to follow a trend and do what others do because it works for them. I could do what the popular thing is. Or, I could do what I want to do because that's what I like doing. That's the way I've done things for years, and that's the way that I shall continue to do things. And so, I've kind of stepped back and forth between both ideas. Though, in other instances, most content creators would cancel a video series once views started dropping. And most content creators would just chase around after trending games or new games if they wanted to stay relevant. And sure, I've gone after new games, as this was the year that a new Nintendo system was released, but I chose to continue making Breath of the Wild videos even when the views drastically dropped. I chose to finish my Splatoon 2 walkthrough, even though people barely watched it. I chose to keep making Pokemon videos in a similar format to how they were back in the day, despite the fact that only a small demographic of my audience actually watched these videos at all. In fact, only a small portion of the videos that I uploaded this year received any noteworthy viewership stats. And I guess that's what happens when I've hardly had the time to make each one of my videos stand out from one another. Trust me, I'd love to make more editing-intensive videos on my own channel on a regular basis. I've just been so busy. And like I said, I didn't even get to work on an anniversary video this year. Though, again, my anniversary is also around the time of E3, to be fair, but maintaining a daily upload schedule while trying to make each video have a fair amount of effort put into it was already a difficult task as is. And now I've got a full-time job at ThatOneVideoGamer where I essentially do the same stuff there on top of what I want to do for my own channel. Oy, that sentence was a mouthful, and I know it's a lot, but I feel like if I don't challenge myself, I'll never grow. I guess it's nice to know that I've been working on some neat stuff outside of my own channel, but I do wish that my channel had the viewership that it had in years past. So many things are different now, and I've tried to do things in ways that I've been used to doing them, but that's most likely what crashed my channel. I've done so many things differently than other content creators, and it's truly discouraging to see that my views and analytics have hit an all-time low. I'll just have to keep doing things my way and hope that things get better, and if things don't get better, then I'll just have to acknowledge that it's my own fault for not doing what others have done. And it's a sucky situation, but that's the way of YouTube right now. You viewers are smart. I shouldn't have to tell you how to enjoy my video, but it seems like YouTube's conditioned viewers to be like this, and that I just have to conform to the way YouTube wants me to make videos. And I just have refused to do it. I don't know. I've still been able to work with so many talented creators. I've still been able to attend all sorts of events and make a stand for myself. I mentioned earlier in this video that I'd rather take the opportunities, that I'd rather work with awesome people, that I'd rather travel with friends and family than worry about my daily upload schedule. Because for those of you that do watch my videos, for those of you that have stuck around, for those of you that do leave comments and do leave likes and have subscribed to my channel, I make my videos for people like you. That's what makes all of this worthwhile. So I truly mean it when I say thank you. I've said this in all of my yearly recap videos, but the thing is, there's a reason I keep saying thank you. For those of you that do continue to support me, for those of you that do continue to collaborate with me, and for those of you that do remember me and acknowledge me and love my videos, these videos are for you. And so, although my analytics are poor, and although my viewership hit an all-time low, I know that there's no fixing this situation if I just give up. My video upload schedule got wrecked in 2017, but 2017 was also a fun and important year for me. I guess that it's an unfortunate and necessary thing for me to undergo. Set goals, strive my hardest to reach them, and fail in the end. But I shall keep trying. I'll stick to what I know. I mean, when it really boils down to it, my life is still way different now than it was a year ago. I've moved to a new location, and therefore I have a new living situation. I'm regularly editing videos for another company. I'm still able to go to events and have fun at them, and I'm still meeting all sorts of new wonderful and talented people. I still get to work with Nintendo, and it's so heartwarming to come home and see all of your heartfelt messages saying how much my videos mean to you. It really means a lot to me to read your guys' comments. I don't want to have to look back on 2018 and see just a bunch of failed goals. I don't want to feel like a failure. I want to be able to do things and feel like I've improved. And the thing is, I understand that failure is an option and that failing is okay. But that's no excuse to just sit back and say, oh, well, I failed. The truth is, I want to get better. I want to improve. And when comparing myself to former years, I feel like I've improved in many ways. Although, I also feel like that I've gotten worse in many ways. I seem to dip and peak at times, and I seem to alternate back and forth between standing on high ground and falling to the low ground. But let's see if I can get to another peak. No more dipping! And so, these are my plans for 2018. Let's have a great year, everyone! And once again, thank you all for watching this video and sticking around. We'll see what changes, and I hope that you'll join me in my 2018 adventure. I'll see what I can do, and I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye, humans! Whoosh!